International Halal Trade Expo kicked off with participation from Taiwan, Malaysia, Indonesia, and India. It was a time to show that many of these countries are not new to halal products, as they have a large percentage of Muslims in their countries. At the opening ceremony, the Taiwan Trade Mission head and a representative of the African Business Council speak about their involvement in the event.
Only 2 months ago, the Global Muslim Travel Index had labeled Taiwan as the world top 2, together with Singapore, the most friendly destination for Muslim travelers. Why have we come to this stage? Different culture, different religions, and our business people in the dining restaurant, in big hotel learn that, wow, there's a great chance for Taiwan to move into the halal industry and move into the Islamic market with our technology, with our goodwill. So Taiwan has worked closely with Indonesia, Malaysia, and all the surrounding countries in Asia Pacific. Thank you so much, my dear friend from Indonesia and Malaysia. So Taiwan worked closely together with all these Muslim countries as a non-Muslim country, Taiwan. And then we move into the Middle East. We work closely with Turkey. We work closely with all the Middle Eastern countries. Now we want to come into the hub of halal industry of Africa, that is Nigeria.
So here, I flew together from Egypt to be with you, because this is a very important and historical, the first Halal Expo present here in Nigeria. We all know that Nigeria, with more than 200 million people, it's a force, it's a powerful nation that really we need to invest a lot. To invest a lot to empower the private sector in Nigeria, to increase our intra-Africa trade, to boost our integration. This is about our agenda of African Union, 2063 development agenda of a prosperous, peaceful, integrated Africa, driven by the citizens of Africa. We are the citizens of Africa. We are the private sector, including our SMEs, women and youth. So why halal industry is very important? Halal industry is important because it gives more opportunities for our businesses to grow. We have a huge consumer base across the whole world. It's more than 1.2 billion Muslim, but 2060, it will be about 3 billion people, Muslim community. But also, as my brother before said, it's not only about the Muslim community, it's about all the other communities that will really benefit from this industry of halal industry. Halal industry is a very diversified industry. It is not only about the food and the meat of the halal Islamic rules, but it's also about Islamic finance, as we have heard. It is about the halal tourism. It's about the halal fashion, cosmetics, pharmaceuticals. If you know that, for instance, in Egypt, there is 126 pharmaceutical industries in Egypt, which is halal. We have all the resources that we do have halal industry. Thanks for our partners and the international who are coming from here, Taiwan, Malaysia, Indonesia, Bangladesh, because our partners really trying to find market here in our African continent. We encourage them to have joint venture investments, because now with the Africa Continental Free Trade Area, which is the largest trade area across the whole world, with 1.2 billion people in Africa, it will be the largest world trade point. Investment in Africa is very, very fruitful, because you can invest in Nigeria, and from Nigeria you can really export to all over West Africa. It is very important that we link our businesses together, that we make sure that we as Africans come together and know about ourselves. It's also very important to understand that we need to have our own machineries that we can work with.
Later, the global business crew had time to move around the expo. The Taiwan stand stood out with its large array of offerings for the 3-day expo.
fact, this is actually creating a new chapter, a new chapter, a new industry, in the Nigerian economy. Of course, as you well know, the halal industry is quite huge, which is worth over 4.3 trillion US dollars. And part of our aim, in fact, part of the vision is to attract over $150 billion, out of the 4.3 trillion, to attract that to Nigeria. And of course, we started experiencing that already.
There was later a signing ceremony between Taiwan's External Trade, TATRA, and the Abuja Chamber of Commerce and Industry.
The purpose of the MOU is to take part in the exchange of trade, markets, and economic information, and to disseminate such to businessmen in Nigeria and in Taiwan for a mutual bilateral trade. This is what we do. This is what the Chamber of Commerce is about. It's to promote trade. It's to, between our countries, is to improve the balance of trade between our countries. It's to make sure that there is mutual prosperity between our countries. And we're happy to be the door to facilitate this kind of bilateral agreement. So we're really excited. We're excited to also do this on the sideline of the Halal Expo that we have together planned. And I dare to say that this is the beginning of a very successful initiative in Nigeria and in Africa and between our countries. We look forward to copying the model in Taiwan so that we can be a country that is full of diversity, but also that we recognize the needs of the various components of our society and the various demographics.
The signing of this ceremony, the signing of this MOU is an indication that we have reached an understanding. And we are signing so that going forward we will cooperate between our members and the members of the, do you call it intra? Huh? Yes. So we will cooperate with them. We will cooperate amongst ourselves so that we promote business between Nigeria and also those organizations that are resident in Taiwan.
I believe there is a lot that Nigeria would benefit with a good business and economic relationship with Taiwan. I have been to Taiwan in about 10 years ago. And one thing that impressed me most about the Taiwanese business people is that they are not too much interested in selling you products. What they are most interested in is giving you the technology, the plants and machineries with which you can go and produce goods and provide services in your country. And there are very, very few countries in the world that do that. Most countries would like to sell products to you. And Nigeria needs to industrialize. That is to produce a lot of goods and then employ a lot of young people in factories. Part of the reason why we're having insecurity problem is there are too many young people who are unemployed in the country. And if we have many, many factories in this country in which we produce goods and services, young people can be employed. And Taiwan has the capacity to provide us with such kind of plants and machineries with which to industrialize. Well, there are many Nigerian businessmen actually, including members of our association, who buy plants and machineries from Taiwan. Some of our members based here in Abuja have started small factories. Also in Kano, have started small factories.
The Taiwan ambassador and the economic attaché and deputy consular at the Taiwan Trade Mission speak about the various events and the relationship between both countries.
Well, our relation has been going on for more than, I think, 40 years. So that's why I came into Nigeria actually early 1990s because the Nigerian government invited Taiwan as a technical partner for the first ever the export processing zone built in Calabar, Cross River State in 1993. And Taiwan has been so proud to be invited by the Nigerian federal government to be the technical partner ever since the early 1990s. Of course, the business relation, not just from the technical partner for the export processing zone, it becomes such a great relation because our Taiwanese product had been selling to Nigeria even from the late 1980s. And all the time going on well because the Taiwanese product, not just for simple motorcycle or bicycle or fabric, it come up to all kind of information technology related business or computer. And our investment have been coming here very much related to what Nigerians really need for Taiwanese technology. I'm here in Abuja to represent Taiwan to set up the stand, the Halal Taiwan. That means hello from Taiwan also, to participate in the great halal industry promotion scheme and policy of Nigerian government who want to set up Nigeria as the African biggest halal industry center.
My ministry from Ministry of Economy Affairs has been worked hard to promote Taiwan and how to strengthen the bilateral relationship between Taiwan and Nigeria. And the trade amount between us has been increasing almost 100% last year. So we can see even during the COVID, the trading between Taiwan and Nigeria still goes on, and we look forward for very prosperity results in the future. Especially, we look upon for the advantage of the AFCFTA, which will brought us a different landscape for Taiwanese company be able to engage to Africa market and partner. So this is not just a beginning, it's a very good milestone for us to take advantage of the Africa's AFCFTA. I think now our export value is about like 20 billion US dollar. And most of the items are, Nigeria import like industrial products, such as like injection machine and machinery, chemicals, refined oil, and raw material. But we buy lots of natural gas, petroleum, and raw material from Nigeria. So for the quality of your raw material, and all these things are still very important for our businessmen. And of course, once Nigeria is going to industrialize and upgrade of industry, I think there will be more commodities that are going to export to Taiwan, yes, and Asia market, of course. Basically, we already have stable suppliers from Nigeria. So, but not just of oil, natural gas. It's also raw materials such as sesame, cashew nuts, shea butter. These are the major things can be used in industrial manufacturing. These are things. Taiwan is a manufacturing ITC country, so we are a small island. Like our size is 23 million. So same as Lagos State. Yes, but we are number 15 of the trade partner in the world. Nigeria is 27. Yeah, so we try to survive and make sure our country's advantage in manufacturing. Yes, so it's not easy for us to sustain, and even during the COVID lockdown. But even this year, our export rate increasing 15% continuously, because the more we're facing digital economy, Taiwan is very happy to continue to selling ITC related products, because we're going to use it in the foresee future.